Now at 7, from interim to permanent police chief Ken Davis sworn in, what he hopes to accomplish for the department and town. Then a grant the city of Myrtle Beach has received, which leaders hope will make affordable housing more accessible. Julia Richardson takes a closer look. And cleaning up after the latest dam breach in Bennettsville as frustrated residents speak out.
Live, local, now. This is WMBF News, today at 7.
Good morning at 7 o'clock. I'm Eric Richards. We are streaming live on WMBFnews.com and our free WMBF News app. Throughout the Olympics, we are committed to bringing you the latest headlines and first alert forecast right here on your streaming device. And meteorologist Matt Bullock has your exclusive first alert forecast. And what many people in the Grand Strand, South Strand, and even the PD are wondering if we'll see some rain today, and it looks like we'll see a little bit there behind you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Eric. And pretty much rain chances are going to be significantly lower compared to the past couple of days. Now, rainfall totals for the last 24 hours. Again, Friday, we've had those heavy downpours. You can see where the heavy rain was over into Bennettsville, Marlboro County, into Dillon County. And of course, along the Grand Strand, they seem about 1 to 2 inches, kind of zooming in along the Grand Strand where some of the most rainfall totals what we've seen. Again, North Myrtle Beach, Cherry Grove, they've seen a decent amount of rainfall across our area. And just talking about how much rainfall, Forest Brook saw about 2 inches, Carolina Forest 2 inches, Coastal Carolina University about 1 inch, but Barefoot, North Myrtle Beach 2 to 3 inches rainfall. Look at our first alert radar right now. We are dry at the moment as we pan out most of those heavy showers offshore. Cold fronts begin to move through our area, which is going to be great news for us because it's going to push all that rain out of our area, but it's going to keep those rain chances lingering as we head into the afternoon. But once that front fully moves through our area, it's going to bring much drier weather and more sunshines in the forecast. As we talk about your weekend forecast, rain chances here along the Grand Strand just a 30%, and then dropping the rain chances down to 0% across the Grand Strand and the PD for Sunday. Temperatures will remain below normal in the mid 80s, and the best part is watching our muggy meter drop. So all that steamy and all that tropical moisture will drop as we head into Sunday. I'll talk about how long this dry weather will continue to stick around coming up first alert full forecast.
All right, you can always be prepared for any storm that comes your way by downloading the free WMBF First Alert Weather app. You can scan the QR code on your screen. Right now, using your phone's camera, it's the only weather app giving you the first alert to the extended flood watches and so much more. So make sure you download that in your app store. First this morning, the Grand Strand is growing, and that means more essential workers are needed to keep things going. But many of those essential workers can't afford to live in Myrtle Beach. Our Julia Richardson tells us more about a grant that the city has received and how city leaders want to use it to address the issue.
Myrtle Beach leaders tell me the number of essential and skilled workers in the city has only grown, but they want those employees to stay here. They say that all starts with affordable housing options. Some people come to the Grand Strand looking for work, but face obstacles when it comes to finding affordable housing. In Myrtle Beach, some of the challenges have to do with zoning.
The city zoning ordinances do not define workforce housing, and the zoning code does not identify specific areas of the zoning districts where workforce housing is needed and would be most compatible with the existing community.
Now the city plans to use a $150,000 grant to do a complete zoning overhaul, allowing for more workforce housing. Leaders hope that will help what they call everyday people who are essential to a growing population: nurses, teachers, first responders, and more.
Zoning districts absolutely play a vital part in the availability of any kind of housing, market rate or affordable or low income.
CEO of Eastern Carolina Housing Organization, Joey Smoke, tells me workforce housing is something his team has been working on as well. He says although development has exploded in Myrtle Beach, many essential workers still can't find affordable places to live.
Yeah, this is a big problem. When your rental market's going up between 30 and 50%, have the incomes risen at an equal level? Are they like this or are they like this? And they're like that. Yeah. They're not the same.
Smoke says changing zoning codes may allow for more housing options in areas where there weren't as many before.
I'm thrilled that they're looking at addressing zoning and maybe opening up some things or removing some things that hinder certain types of housing.
Assistant to the Myrtle Beach City Manager, Brooke Morris, tells me she expects the zoning overhaul to be about a 2-year process. In the control room, Julia Richardson, WMBF News.
Julia, thank you. The town of Surfside Beach now has a familiar face as its new police chief, Ashley Listrom, was at the new chief's swearing-in ceremony, and shares his vision for the department.
Just hours ago, the town of Surfside Beach's interim police chief, Ken Davis, was promoted to the role of police chief permanently, promising transparency to the folks he serves. Davis has been serving as the interim police chief since May, but on Tuesday night, the town's council unanimously voted for him to take over the role. And today, it became official as Davis was sworn in.
I, Kenneth Davis, do solemnly swear.
Davis has been in law enforcement for 37 years, and he says he was inspired to become an officer after his father. One of his main goals as chief is to build community transparency.
We want to make sure that folks can look in on their police department and know that we're doing the right thing at the right times to the right folks for the right reasons. And we want to make sure that they are aware that we are here to keep people safe and we're here to uphold our oath.
Davis says he wants the community to feel comfortable reaching out, so if you're concerned about anything, he wants to hear from you. Reporting in Surfside Beach, Ashley Listrom, WMBF News.
Ashley, thank you. An investigation is underway into what caused the Lake Wallace Dam in Bennettsville to breach for the second time in less than 3 months. Much like the first one, the breach sent water rushing into low-lying neighborhoods where residents are saying enough is enough.
We don't be poor black people. We don't have no money to be running here and running there.
Anger and frustration in the Shady Rest neighborhood in Bennettsville following the breach today at Lake Wallace Dam.
It's stupid. I believe they're trying to run us out of Shady Rest Park. It's not supposed to just happen like this all the time.
This latest breach follows one back in May, which was determined to be caused by piping failure. Bennettsville City Manager William Simon says some lessons were learned during the last breach.
As a result of the last dam breach, we've been doing, and I say we, the city and DHEC have been doing inspections on both sides of the dam. In one of the inspections, they did notice some seepage coming through under Beauty Spot Road. So as a result of that, they did take some steps. They lowered the water level down on that duck pond side,
sending water into Richardson Park and Shady Rest. Now local agencies are working with the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources and the South Carolina Department of Environmental Services to determine the cause of the latest breach. And while that happens, some fed-up longtime residents are contemplating a move out of the city.
We just tired having to pack up and leave, and then they talk about buying us out, but then they don't want to give us nothing for our property.
Right.
And we can't afford this, leave our homes that we already paid for just to go start all over again.
An evacuation center was set up at Marlboro County High School for residents who wanted to stay out of the heat and stay away from the water. Power has since been restored to the Shady Rest community.
Now, your certified most accurate forecast from WMBF First Alert meteorologist Matt Bullock.
And talk about a tale of 2 months. June was extremely dry across our areas. Most of our areas saw less than an inch of rainfall in Florence, Lumberton, a little over an inch in the Grand Strand. But July has been something much different. Almost 10 inches of rain in July for North Myrtle Beach, Florence, and Lumberton, 7 to 8 inches of rain. And pretty much most of that rain's be coming down from the past 2 weeks. Look at our first alert radar. We're gonna start to see some changes, a nice break from the rain. And so look at our first alert radar as we pan out, most of the rain offshore, but we do have a cold front starting to move through our area. Still see that cloud cover for this morning, but as that front seeps down towards the south, we'll start to see that drier weather start to seep in. So look at our future radar just to show you mostly cloudy skies to start off the weekend. As we head into about noon, lunchtime, cold front has now pushed out, but it will bring a few coastal showers as we head into the afternoon, but rain chances remain very low, just 20-30% along the coastlines. Pretty much to PD, I won't even worry about the rain chances for today. Expect to see a little bit more sunshine as we head into the afternoon. So here along the Grand Strand, temperatures will be in the mid-80s. Better chance for showers will be into the afternoon. Just a few stray showers, so we're not expecting any washout conditions like what we've seen in the past 3 days or even heavy rainfall. Most of the showers will be on the lighter side. And as we look into your weekend forecast, a little bit of showers for this afternoon, but then look at this. Sunday, mostly sunny skies and 0% chance of rain for the Grand Strand and the PD. Temperatures will be in the mid-80s, and the best part is the nice break from the humidity. We went from that miserable category, all that tropical moisture, dropping down to more pleasant conditions for Sunday and Monday. But this brief break of humidity and dry air won't last too long, because as we head into late next week, we'll see that tropical moisture returning to the forecast, which will also bring those rain chances also back to the forecast. So pretty much Sunday, Monday, we are rain free, but then we start to see those scattered showers and thunderstorms returning for Wednesday, Thursday into Friday. And then talking about the tropics, after Beryl, things have been nice, calm, and quiet, but look at our tropical satellite. As we look a little bit far off in the Atlantic, this little system has a 20% chance of tropical development for the next 7 days. And this system has a low chance of developing because there's still a lot of Saharan dust off into the Atlantic, which will limit the tropical development for this area. And also keep in mind, we're still away from the peak. Usually July, we're quiet, but as we head into late August, early September, we start to enter that peak of hurricane season. And for more details on the tropics or on the weather, make sure you download the WMBF First Alert Weather app.
All right, Matt, thank you. And just a reminder, for the next few weekends, while the Olympics are on TV, you can join Matt Bullock and me for WMBF News Weekend Today, streaming live at 7 on WMBFnews.com and our free WMBF News app. We thank you so much for joining us here this morning. Make sure you're back with us on TV and streaming here at 6 and 11 tonight. For all of us here, have a great day.